The threat of impending winter weather has pushed back day 2 of the state football championships for the first time ever. One game, 40 minutes is all that stood between Morningside and a 4th national championship. A lot of people outside the program are a little hesitant to say that they are the real deal. They're up to 4 in the rankings. What do you think about the Hawkeyes? Welcome back to our 9-on-9 series. I'm up at the Ridge in Sioux Center. It's safe to say we've officially hit football season. It is freezing out here, and I will be going for some hot chocolate as soon as we're done. Even before both the Blackhawks and Raptors got off to 2-0 starts this year, this game had the potential of being a big one. X's, winners, up 2-0. We love it here, don't we? Yes, we do. Less than 5% of the brackets on ESPN.com had UAB winning. Mine, not one of them.
He had unbelievable vision. He could run inside. He could run outside. He was the best kid that I coached.
Brandon Weger's record-setting 3,238 rushing yards his senior season at Bishop Heelan earned him a spot with the Iowa Hawkeyes.
I definitely did the right things in high school in terms of getting to where I wanted to go in football.
Records continued to fall in Iowa City as Weger's 8 rushing touchdowns set a freshman mark.
It was one of the best years of my life. I mean, I loved playing football at Iowa. I mean, I had a lot of great experiences, a lot of great friends. That was an experience that I'll never forget.
But his time in the national spotlight was short-lived. Off-the-field issues forced Weger to leave the program after just 1 season.
I lost everything I worked my entire life for. I was in a different place mentally.
Over the next couple of years, Brandon struggled to find a home, spending short stints at Oklahoma and Iowa Western without ever playing a down, all while continuing to grow off the field.
My son was only a couple months at the time, but my fiance had to endure the struggles I was going through, and I mean, I really put that on her. That's one of my biggest regrets.
In 2013, after 3 years away from football, Weger got a shot with NAIA powerhouse Morningside, where things began to fall into place on and off the field.
Having my son in my life, I mean, it obviously changed me. I mean, really forced me to grow up.
Saw him as a great father, and his son was around here often with him, and the interaction was great.
In 2 seasons with the Mustangs, Weger ran for more than 3,800 yards, including an NAIA record 2,610 last season.
I wasn't going to let anything stop me. I set a clear goal, which was to break the single-season rushing record in the NAIA level.
Those numbers, a solid showing in the Medal of Honor Bowl, and an impressive pro day all have Weger in the NFL conversation.
It'd be nice to play in the NFL, but that's not my main goal. My main goal is to be a starter in the NFL. It may not be in year 1, it may not be in year 2, but my goal is to be a starter in the NFL, and I believe I have what it takes. From
football purgatory to possibly playing on Sundays, it's been a long and winding road for Brandon Weger.
I'd just be proud to say, I know the man and had an opportunity to coach him.
He's proved to people that he can deal with adversity and make it a positive, and who wouldn't want to take a chance on somebody like that?
I've definitely had time to reflect on it, and it's a journey, and I'm proud of where I've come, and I wouldn't change anything about it.
A few hundred feet of water, the Missouri River, is all that separates Iowa and Nebraska. But for some couples like Craig and Julie Berenstein, the rivalry between the Hawkeyes and the Huskers is much closer than that. Before moving to and growing up in Sioux City, Craig was born in Iowa City, and it still holds a special place in his heart.
The black and gold runs pretty deep in my family. My parents both went to the university, and my twin brother went to the University of Iowa. I went for undergraduate and law school.
Craig's wife, Julie, is actually from Iowa, but after moving to Nebraska, she knew where she would go to college.
We lived in Nebraska. My older brother and my older sister went to Nebraska, and it just seemed like it was the family thing to do.
Putting the rivalry aside, Craig and Julie actually got engaged before heading to a game at Kinnick Stadium. But even then, his love for the Hawkeyes was obvious.
I found out when we were on the road that if I had said no to the proposal, there would not be a game. Well, there would be a game in Iowa City, but I wouldn't be there. I was no longer invited if the answer was no.
Luckily, Julie said yes, and now the couple can enjoy the yearly Black Friday rivalry.
It's always a lot of fun. It's very good-natured competition.
Nobody wants to say too much till the game gets going and we kind of see how it's going to play out, because you don't want to have to eat your words.
To complicate the marital rivalry, Craig and Julie had 2 kids.
We had a Halloween costume for our daughter when she was probably 4. She had a Hawkeye cheerleading outfit and she had a Nebraska cheerleading outfit. And she wore them both.
But when it came time to pick a college, the Hawkeyes won out.
So I feel like I've sort of crossed the line. I don't know if that means I've gone to the dark side. I guess Husker fans would think.
I suppose the fact that we pay tuition for 2 college students, that
makes
gives
a
you
difference.
a little bit more.
Yeah. I think I can wear the yellow and gold. Or the gold and
black and gold?
black and gold. I can wear the black and gold.
Welcome back. Chris is in now. It's a new season for the Winnebago boys, but seems like they're carrying over some of that success from last year.
They lost 4 starters from last year's state championship team. Tonight, they put the rest of the state on notice. They're not going to drop off this year. That is for sure. Well, last season, the Winnebago boys won their first state basketball championship in 75 years. Now, this winter, the Indians dropped down a class from C1 to C2, and they expect to finish the year back in Lincoln. Bago beginning its title defense tonight against Homer. A great start. This comes right after the tip. Drake Gorin lays it home. Bago with the lead just seconds in. Homer, though, kept it tight early. Jordan Sanford, money from downtown. Homer trails by just 1, but then David Wingett takes over. The flush off the nice feed from Aspen LaPointe makes it 10-7. Then Wingett shows off the range. The step back triple stretches the lead out to 6. And check out this sequence. Wingett gets the steal, the slam, and then he doesn't quit after the inbounds. He picks the pocket again and lays it home. Bago all over Homer tonight, 97-20. Earlier on the court, the Bago girls taking on the Lady Knights. We picked up in the 4th. Check out this outlet from Ileana Frenchman. Eventually, Jasmine Colvin ends up with it. Bago up big. They keep fighting. Loose ball. Delisha Payer wins it. Isabel Earth cashes in on the 3. It's 65-38. Homer fighting until the end, though. Brianna Woodard sinks the mid-range jumper to cut into the lead. But Winnebago was too much. They keep crashing the glass. Frenchman gets it to go. 69-46, your final there. Up to the Mini Dome, the 6th-ranked Lady Cards opening the year against Wayne. Early in the 3rd, Corey Fisher fights her way through contact, gets it to go. Cards up 39-22. But on the other end, Danica Schaefer has the answer. Triple from the corner, cuts into the lead. Augusta Tramer working the give and go in the near court. Money on the floater. The lead up to 14. Wayne continuing to battle. Kelsey Boyer out on the fast break. Working that 3-man weave. She lays it home, cut the lead to 12. But then Carissa Powell, hoop and the hack. Cards win it 61-44. And in the nightcap, Cards and Blue Devils. In the 4th, South Sioux up, and they add to it. Tanner Christensen, money from the arc. Cards up 37-25. Back comes Wayne. Peyton Gamble shooting lights out down the stretch. This cuts the lead to 8. Then with 2 minutes to play, Gamble on the kick out. Sure money. It's a 3-point game. But South Sioux holds on. Calvin Warner with the board. Jose Maldonado cashes it in, and the Cards eke out a 49-48 win. Briarcliff and Dordt have had eerily similar starts to the NAIA volleyball tournament. On Tuesday night, both the Chargers and Defenders were swept. Then last night, both dropped 5-set heartbreakers. Tonight, they tried to wrap up pool play on a high note. Chargers taking on Mid-American Nazarene. They're ready to go. In the first, Caitlin Langle splits the defense. That ties things up early. Then the short set to Brianna Nogelmeyer. We saw Homer earlier. We see Homer again. A lot of power behind that. We're knotted up again. BCU keeps feeding Nogelmeyer, this time on the slide hit. Chargers take the 6-5 lead. Later in the set, MNU tries to catch him off guard, but Tony Beck is there for the block. Chargers, though, run out of steam. They fall in straight sets. On the court next door, Dordt taking on Olivet Nazarene. In the first, Jenna Horseman playing her final match. Big swing there, and the Defenders lead it 12-9. Then check out this play. Aubrey Drake with the great save. Jamie Gasing sets it up, and Brooke Granstra finishes it off. Defenders lead it by 3. A few points later, it's Granstra. A more traditional approach here. This one stretches the lead to 5. Then Haley Moss gets it to fall in the back corner. Defenders take it in 4. But neither team moving on, of course. Congratulations to both the Defenders and the Chargers on fantastic seasons.
Championship is Saturday night, is that right?
Saturday night, that is correct.